Good morning, students. This is class 11, subject chemistry, chapter 7, and this is lecture number 7. So, these are the topics of today's lecture: factors affecting equilibrium, electrolyte, dissociation constant, and Ostwald's dilution law. So, we will begin with factors affecting equilibrium. So, we have studied three factors in the previous lecture, and now we will discuss fourth factor, that is addition of catalyst. So when we add catalyst in a chemical reaction, then equilibrium is attained quickly. That means rate of forward and rate of backward reaction increases. Catalysts do not affect equilibrium, it just speed up the reaction. This is fourth factor. Now fifth factor is addition of some inert gas. That means when we add some non-reactive gas. So here at constant volume, when we add inert gas, then there will be no effect in the equilibrium. But when we keep the pressure constant and we add some inert gas, then to keep the pressure constant, we have to increase the volume. Okay, understand the meaning of this line, that we are adding the inert gas in a container and we have to keep pressure constant. So in order to keep the pressure constant, we have to increase the volume. And when we are increasing the volume, then concentration of reactant and product both decreases. Okay, because number of gaseous particles per unit volume decreases. Now formula of Kc is concentration of product divided by concentration of reactant, right? Now concentration of product and concentration of reactant both decreases. But there are two concentration terms are present in the numerator and one in the denominator for this reaction. So here value of Kc decreases. Now temperature is constant and at constant temperature value of Kc is fixed. So, and here value of Kc decreases. So that means we have to increase the value of Kc. How we can increase the value of Kc? If concentration of PCl3 and Cl2 increases and concentration of PCl5 decreases. If concentration of PCl3 and Cl2 increases, that means PCl5 will dissociate into PCl3 and Cl2, the direction will be forward direction. So dissociation increases with the addition of inert gas. So this is fifth factor, addition of inert gas. Now there is new topic, that is electrolyte. What is electrolyte? Electrolyte is defined as a compound whose aqueous solution or molten solution conduct electricity. Okay, so here there is one more term, that is non-electrolyte, whose aqueous solution or molten solution does not conduct electricity. Now electrolyte is of two types: strong electrolyte and weak electrolyte. So strong electrolyte are substances which dissociate almost completely into ions in aqueous solution, that means in the presence of water, and they are very good conductor of electricity. For example, sodium hydroxide, potassium hydroxide, hydrogen chloride and sulfuric acid. They are strong electrolyte because they dissociate completely. Okay, for example, here when HCl is dissolved into water, then it will convert into hydronium ion, H2O positive ion plus Cl negative ion. Okay, they will completely dissociate into ions, and these are ions, these are cations and these are anions. In the same way, when a base NaOH is dissolved in water, this AQ stands for water, aqueous solution. Then it will completely dissociate to form Na positive cation and OH negative anion. So this is the example of strong electrolyte. As the electrolyte completely dissociates, so here we will use this arrow. Okay. Now next is weak electrolyte. So weak electrolytes are those substances which partially dissociate, or we can say which dissociates to a small extent in the aqueous solution. So they will conduct electricity also to the small extent. Example of weak electrolyte is NH4OH, CH3COH, acetic acid. And here when acetic acid is dissolved in water, then it will partially dissociate. That means it will not dissociate completely. So here we will use the equilibrium sign. Okay. Now CH3COO negative plus H3O positive. This is anion, this is cation. Okay. So these are the ions which are formed. And next example is ammonium hydroxide plus aqueous solution will give ammonium ion and hydroxyl ion. So here in these reactions, the substance dissociate to the small extent, or we can say partially. Now there is one more term, degree of dissociation, or we can say degree of ionization. Now what is degree of dissociation or ionization? The fraction of the total number of molecules which dissociate into ions is called degree of dissociation or ionization. Here you can write the formula of degree of dissociation, and how much a substance dissociate into ions. Okay, we can find out by degree of dissociation, which is equal to number of moles of a substance dissociated divided by total number of moles taken. Okay, by this formula you can find out degree of dissociation. It is represented by alpha. Now we will move to a derivation which is known as ionization of weak electrolyte, or Ostwald dilution law. So in this we will take acetic acid, which is a weak electrolyte which partially dissociates, and it is dissolved in water. It will give acetate ion and hydronium ion. So here initially we will write value of K. Okay, and this is dissociation constant because acetic acid dissociate into ion. So here we will say that this is dissociation constant, and this is acid. So here we will write A. So this is Ka, dissociation constant for acetic acid. So formula is same, concentration of product divided by concentration of reactant. So here in the product CH3CO negative, H3O positive, and in the denominator concentration of reactant CH3COH into concentration of water. Now here water is present in the excess amount, that means it is solvent. So here we have to keep its value equals to 1. So value of Ka will becomes equal to CH3COO negative into concentration of hydronium ion divided by concentration of acetic acid. Okay, now what we have to do? Initially we will consider that acetic acid is equals to 1 and product is equal to 0. After some time here we will assume that degree of dissociation of acetic acid here is equal to alpha, here also alpha. So how much amount of acetic acid will remain left? 1 minus alpha, because number of moles are equals to 1 in reactant as well as product. So here we will simply subtract it, 1 minus alpha. Now for concentration, because we want to find out concentration and this is degree of dissociation. So here we will multiply this dissociation with concentration, capital C, which stands for concentration. So it will become C alpha into C alpha, C into 1 minus alpha. Now we know concentration of acetate ion, hydronium ion and acetic acid. So we will put these values in the formula. Okay, CH3COO negative C alpha and H3O positive is equal to C alpha, and CH3COOH is C into 1 minus alpha. So here we will put values and it will become Ka is equal to C alpha into C alpha divided by C into 1 minus alpha is equal to C square into alpha square divided by C into 1 minus alpha. So 1C is cancelled out by 1C in the numerator, and it will become C alpha square divided by 1 minus alpha. So here this alpha is present in the denominator and we are subtracting it from the 1, and its value is very less than 1. Okay, value of alpha is very less than 1. So here we can neglect it. Okay, whenever this value is present in the denominator and we are subtracting it from the 1, then we can neglect it. So the formula will become Ka equals to C alpha square. So here we will write the formula, and if we have to find out degree of dissociation, that means alpha, then here we can write alpha is equal to Ka divided by C whole square root. Okay, you will shift all the terms here in the left hand side and you will take square root. So this is the formula which you will use in the numerical, and this is the derivation. So that's all for today, students. Now your homework is that you have to do NCERT exercise question number 1, 3, 14, 15, 16, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 27 and 31. So you have to do these questions so that I can give you new questions which are based on new topic. Okay. If you have any doubt or queries, you can ask me on my email ID or at Quarksite. Thank you and have a nice day.